Welcome to the Femalepreneur Coach podcast. I am your host, Rebecca Barr. I am a transformational mindset and business coach and six-figure award-winning female entrepreneur. Ladies, I'm here to tell you that business and making money doesn't have to be hard when you're in alignment and flow. Inside this podcast, I will be showing you how to transform your mindset to program it for success, how to maximize your money vibrations, and how to redesign your business for ultimate financial and time freedom. You know you are meant to live an epic life. Now it's time to claim it. Hi ladies, happy Wednesday. I hope you're having an amazing day. I always like to say actually on a Wednesday to celebrate your wins. So obviously if you're part of my Success Mindset tribe, you'll know that I often post on a Wednesday just to remind us all really, just to celebrate those small wins, no matter how big or small. Celebrate yourself. Make sure you are giving snaps, props, claps for yourself because, you know, it's hard enough at the moment. And if you are getting through a day and hitting a goal or a milestone, or even just getting your children to school in one piece, fully dressed with everything they need, you need to celebrate that win. That is a win, my friend. That is a win. So obviously, happy Wednesday. But what I wanted to talk to you about today was I was speaking with a client actually, and I felt called today to record this episode, as I do quite a lot of the time. I get like divine downloads from my intuition or my spirit, universe, whatever you want to call it. And then I feel like, yes, I need to record an episode. I need to share this message, and hopefully this will resonate with somebody and give them some value. So today I wanted to talk all about timing. So I was speaking to a client this week, and obviously we were talking about launching her business and sort of taking the next steps. And it became very clear that she was almost self-sabotaging because she was putting it off, waiting for the perfect time, for everything to be in place before she felt ready to take that inspired action. And the reality is that is never going to happen. There is no perfect time. And obviously I wanted to explain why in this episode. So if you are sitting there at home thinking one day you are going to wake up feeling like Beyoncé, that your planets will be aligned before you take that inspired action, I am here to tell you that will never happen. And the reason why is because it all comes down to, and I talk about this a lot, obviously I'm an NLP practitioner, so everything comes back to our unconscious mind, which is the part of our brain that sits below our conscious brain, which is the part that makes our conscious decisions. So the decisions that we are aware of, the things that we know we need to do, that's the bit that is where our willpower sits essentially. And then you have the unconscious mind, which is actually the part that runs the show. It's where our beliefs are formed, the part that runs the body, that has all of our beliefs, values, everything, that's all of the emotions, feelings, memories, moments that define us as a person will be stored within that unconscious mind. So obviously, the primary function of that element of your brain is to keep you safe. That is the reality of it. At our very core, our brains haven't really evolved from the caveman days, like literally 2% in however many thousands of years. Who knows how many? I'm sure better people than I actually do know how many, but thousands, we'll say thousands of years. So it all comes down to our basic needs. And essentially at that point, all it would have been was to survive. So anything that seems a little bit scary, a little bit out of our comfort zone, something we're not familiar with, we will always have resistance to it because it represents something that isn't safe. We haven't done our audit checks. We don't know yet if that is okay, what the outcome will be, whether it's going to present any danger to us. So we like to play small and we like to keep things, nice and safe, predictable, reliable, comfortable. But sadly, there's no magic happening over there in that area of life or your brain. So obviously what we want to do is start lessening that resistance But essentially, every time you do something for the first time, when your brain is unfamiliar with the outcome and it's worried about what might happen, it will always, perceive that situation as unsafe. So you're never going to wake up one day and feel so confident, so empowered that some things are just not going to scare you, because they will. To a certain extent, they will, because they're brand new experiences that you're yet to have. And that is inevitable. So as soon as you become comfortable with that, then all notions of timing and waiting for the perfect time, waiting for the planets to align, waiting for Mercury to get the hell out of retrograde before you take any inspired action or state any intentions or actually move forward in your life, like none of that is going to happen until you accept the fact that it's always going to be scary the first time. The only way to get over these beliefs is in the doing, and that is in essentially putting yourself out there, taking the inspired action, doing it regardless of the fear, and then just seeing what happens, basically. And obviously, hopefully that makes sense as to why that would be the case. But yeah, I find a lot with my clients that when they think of their future self, their most confident self, their inner Beyoncé, the one that's hitting all the big money goals, that has all of the nice things, that has the great relationships, they see it so far ahead of them in the future. They feel like they're literally going to wake up one day and turn into Beyoncé. No, that's not going to happen. The reality is you're not going to wake up 5 years in the future and suddenly you are Beyoncé. That would be amazing. And wouldn't that be incredible if that was the case? Probably not 5 years, though, to be fair. I don't think I'd want to wait that long. But it's actually the daily, tiny little steps that you take every day that move towards your future self, towards that version of you that does take the courageous, bold actions. It's those little tiny experiences that will compound over time. So literally, by the time you get to that 5 years in the future, you will turn around and you have become Beyoncé through these small symbolic actions, through getting out of your comfort zone, by doing the doing, essentially, by doing the big scary things that are intimidating. I remember the first time that I ever spoke in front of a huge audience. It was absolutely terrifying. I cannot tell you how badly I had an adverse reaction. I was literally shaking. I was like, my words weren't coming out. I was sweating profusely, which is not cute. I am that girl at the gym that avoids everybody because I go bright red, I go really sweaty. It was just a disgusting mess and I just felt completely overwhelmed. I kept completely losing my train of thought, and that is quite easy for me to do anyway. Baby brain at the moment is absolutely taking over, and Mercury actually is in retrograde, so I'm kind of giving myself a pass at the moment. But yeah, it was terrifying. But then the next time I did it, after I'd realised actually nothing bad happened, the sky didn't fall down, people didn't throw things at me, nobody told me I was rubbish, it kind of made me think, okay, well, that wasn't too bad. I don't want to do it every day, don't get me wrong, but that was fine. And it gave me little tweaks and pointers and feedback and things that I could work on for the next time. So I felt empowered in the next scenario where that came up. I felt like, okay, well, if I just put a bit more thought into this bit and that bit, I'm going to be able to present in a much more confident way. And that's essentially what happened. Every time I did it, it got a little bit easier. And then you get to a point where it's such a no-brainer, you're almost excited about it because you get such a great buzz after knowing that you've just done something really bloody amazing. You're really proud of yourself. And that's always been the case. That is essentially how it works, is that you'll do it something once. So you'll go live on your Instagram, you'll do a webinar, a Facebook video, and it will be really awful and scary. But that is obviously where the growth is. That's where the learning is. That's where the development comes in, and how you get better and really learn to refine your craft, essentially. That's where your confidence builds. But equally then on the other side, that's how you attract your clients, the people that will, listen to your message and it will resonate with them. It's much easier to do that by speaking and allowing people to really witness and be in the presence of your energy. But yeah, so it's all of those little things that will happen every day, tiny little things that will get you one step closer towards your dream life, towards your future self, whether it's like symbolic actions that you take, i.e., setting aside, putting in place personal boundaries, setting aside a Sunday for self-care, booking appointments, getting your nails done, collaborating with other people, putting your first post out, doing your first live, like all of these things will just start chipping away all of the things that you told yourself that you couldn't do, or that have been holding you back, or that you've been waiting to get right, perfected, etc. before you actually did it. All of these things will suddenly just become easy and effortless, and you'll be in your flow and in alignment, and you'll suddenly look up one day and realize that you are Beyoncé already, your own personal version of Beyoncé, whatever that looks like for you. You are more confident, you are more resilient, you are more engaging, you are more successful, you are more wealthy, you are more empowered, you are amazing. Every little experience that we take that happens to us each and every day will affect us. You can either let it affect you negatively, or you can let it affect you positively. You can see the positive in any situation. There'll always be something, even if it's something negative that's happened, someone's been horrible online, or, you've had an argument with your partner or family member, that could be an outcome of you asserting new personal boundaries or finally speaking your truth. But one way or another, you're becoming more confident and more resilient because you're standing in your power. So yes, so that was my message for the day, for anybody that needed it today, who are literally sitting at home wanting to move forwards with something, a project, a business, a concept, something, but have been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to suddenly feel more empowered and confident before they took the action. That's never going to happen. You are literally going to have to take that leap of faith first, and then you will get that confidence as an outcome. So I hope you found that really useful. I hope that helped in some way. Obviously, for sort of continued support, community, help with your mindset, and little hacks, tricks, tips, things, guidance, coaching, all of that sort of great stuff that can help you really overcome these limiting beliefs in depth, are available on either through the Success Mindset Tribe in my free Facebook group. So please click on the link in the episode details. All of the bits are in there. It's a free Facebook group for female entrepreneurs that want to level up their mindset. They really want to master their emotions, their mindset, and step into their empowered state. But I am also launching the Scale Up and Startup Business Growth Academy, which again is just going to be the most incredible membership that will really help support you through, your first launch, your second launch, your third launch. It's a 12-month coaching program, and by the time you get to the end of the 12 months, you won't even recognize yourself. You will be so empowered, so confident. You would have put yourself out of your comfort zone 100,000 times within that 12 months that you will wake up and you are Beyoncé. And if you don't, then let me know. That's like my personal guarantee, my money back guarantee. If you spend a year with me with monthly coaching, strategy, community, accountability and focus, and you don't wake up in a year's time feeling like Beyoncé, then you can absolutely have your money back. Anywho, I hope you have the most incredible Wednesday. Don't forget to celebrate those wins, and I will see you soon. Thank you for listening to this episode. It's been amazing to share this time with you, and I feel honoured to be part of your journey. If you've loved what you've heard, had an aha moment, or found value in this episode, then please do like, comment and share. I would love to connect with you on Instagram and Facebook, so come and find me, and I look forward to helping you build your epic life.